90% of homelessness and runaway children are from single mother homes.
You can't put that on the mother.
85% of children who show behavioral disorders are from single mother homes. 80% of rapists with anger problems are from single mother homes. 71% of high school dropouts are from single mother homes. 70% of youths in operated institutions are from single mother homes. 80% of all the youths that are in prison.
He say that I'm good enough. Think about shit that I should've known.
Just got off the phone with Kim. I told her to stop antagonizing me with this TikTok thing. I said it's never again. I am her father. I know y'all don't respect fathers and the idea of family, and media tries to promote something. I said I am not allowing my daughter to be used by TikTok, to be used by Disney. I have a say-so.
My son looks at me and says, I don't want to work at Red Lobster. I said, Frankie, no one is making you work anywhere. This is just another opportunity that you're wasting. Okay, no Red Lobster. What's your plan? Oh, I don't know. I got frustrated, so I raised my voice. Well, you better start thinking. His mom didn't like that. Don't talk to him like that. I said, look, biscuit blocker. See, up to this point, we have agreed on how we raise our son. But in this situation, she's trying to protect him from the world. I'm trying to prepare him for the world. If he cannot handle me raising my voice to get his attention, to see the bigger picture, he's not ready for a world that doesn't care about his feelings.
This is very true. And unfortunately, a lot of mothers don't seem to realize they do more harm than good when they interfere with a father who is given instruction, discipline, or direction to his son specifically. When a boy is deprived of his father's instruction, or when a mother stands in the way as though all things that are to be passed from the father to his child must first get her approval. Then when these boys become men, it will be another woman that will see the flaw manifested in the character of the sons deprived of their father's unrestricted influence. So they always recognize the flaw in the adult sons of another mother, but hardly ever within their own. Perhaps because they view the admission of a flaw as the admission of incompetence on their part, or whatever other self-centered assessment of the situation they can imagine. When she has her mind set to bringing a child into the world deprived of a father's influence, when she freezes her eggs while focusing on furthering her education and career, when she goes to the sperm bank to get the seed of a strange man and blames it on the fact that she's made bad choices when it comes to men, so why not make another bad choice and bring a fatherless child into a world intentionally? To tell her that she's setting the child up for all manners of psychological obstacles will be met with rebuttal after rebuttal after rebuttal. Despite all of the evidence that supports the notion that it is a bad idea, she takes it as a slight to her competence. Because in the end, it is about her and her drive to fulfill her vision of being a mother with child. There are many times that I've heard a mother refer to a 40-year-old man as her child, despite the evident biological fact that he has developed into an adult, which makes him still her son, but no longer her child. But if every grown man is regarded as a child in the eyes of their mother, then no woman should be surprised when she encounters the son of another mother and finds that he is lacking. It should come to no surprise that he's emotionally ill-prepared to face the world, but it doesn't stop her and other women from asking, where are all of the real men? But how can that be when even your own sons are regarded as children in your eyes? And many scour the earth in search of a way to blame the father, to whom she has made it perfectly clear that he has no influence within her fatherless household. Some play the game of allowing a father to semi-influence his children, but to mind his own business when it comes to her, never caring about the fact that her business and way of doing things directly undermines his influence over his own children. And even when the father is present, there are mothers who take parenting as some sort of competition, as if the child is her possession, while viewing the father as someone that has to gain her approval pertaining to the parenting methods of raising boys to be fully competent men. And we've heard all of the stories about how deadbeat daddies and how Papa was a rolling stone and wherever he laid his hat was his home, but no one ever hears the stories of the fathers who tried and gave up dismayed, or the ones who miss independent and I don't need a man ran out of the house because to her, whomever has all of the gold makes all of the rules. And if the gold isn't on her side, there's always the government. But the government doesn't deal in gold, they deal in debt. So why not just have him subjugated unto a tyrannical force that garnishes his earnings into an unlivable wage, threaten him with the consequence of incarceration should he ever fall onto hard time? It is evident that there are many women that do not care about the emotions of a man in the capacity that they care about the emotions of a child. To which I say this: if you are a mother insistent on bringing up a son into a household that is not led by a man, specifically his father, then he should be raised in an environment that mirrors the emotional contempt that you have had for his father. That way he will be better prepared to deal with the plight of most men when he goes out into the world.
I would say when men build societies, women pass on the culture typically. And
yes, they do.
And so by that logic, if the culture's bad, whose fault is it? If we're growing up in a family in a society that doesn't value family, whose fault is it?
I think I actually heard you say it, Pearl, before. That's the thing, in single mother homes, that's when kids do bad. You always need a father figure in the home to be able to coach and teach the child how to be disciplined and accountable in life.
Some of their fathers ran away, and the child thinks that the father ran from them. But in all likelihood, the father either ran from your mother. If you don't give that elasticity to a man, he will leave. He will leave for the lack of being understood and being received, because he wants everything you want. I want to be seen. I want to be valued. I want to be affirmed. I want to be appreciated. Very seldom do men leave their children. They leave their situation or they leave their spouse, and they don't know how to build a relationship with the child apart from the mother, or the mother won't let them.